YouTube, what's going on today, man? Listen, guys, today's video is going to be absolutely wild. This is the worst tornado in the history of Earth. Now, I must admit, I have a passion for tornadoes. When I see a video of one, I usually click. It's one of those things I just can't look away from. You know what I mean? Now, with that being said, guys, this video is kind of sad, man. I mean, you see the power of the craziest tornado we've ever seen, but you also see the impact and feel the impact on a deeper level, like what this thing leaves behind, man. Now, as always, I gotta say, if you do like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'm interested, drop a comment down below. Does anybody live in an area where this is a thing? And my next question is, what do you do when something like this happens or is going to happen? Because down here in Florida, we got hurricanes, and usually we have time to prepare. With a tornado, you don't always have a lot of time. So I'm curious. Enjoy the video. I'll see you guys in there. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Peace and love, baby. Gary, tell us what this thing is right here, man.
Watching like a crazy documentary on like one of the deadliest tornadoes of all time.
That was pretty good because I did that just off of like how I normally do it, but you're not even queuing us up for this. I'm queuing us up for this one. All right.
Right.
Chad, let's
Gary
get into
has
it.
actually nothing to do
Let's
with
get
this
May 22nd,
the Joplin tornado, Chad. This thing's
This is
insane.
a very dangerous situation. If you are in Joplin, please take cover.
Oh no! All right, it's behind him. Go.
It's a massive tornado, massive destruction.
Have not found anyone alive, only found bodies.
An ordinary Sunday in Joplin became the deadliest tornado of the century.
On a Sunday?
But that was only the beginning.
Man.
What really happened that day? To understand it, we need to go back to 2011.
2011, man.
That year is etched into memory as one of the deadliest, most active tornado seasons on record.
Oh.
Hundreds of lives lost, thousands forever marked. Meteorologists observed troubling signs, aggressive atmospheric fronts, and unusual instability.
Perfect storm.
On April 27th, the atmosphere burst open, unleashing over 200 twisters from the void.
What happened is it was a perfect recipe for a weather alert nightmare.
They tore through the southern and eastern U.S., from Texas to Pennsylvania.
First responders who were here were so busy pulling the living from all of this debris, they were forced to ignore the dead. That's how bad this is. You can hear the sound of smoke detectors in the distance, but no one's here. There's the smell of death.
Homes are pulverized.
In less than 60 seconds, the tornado had destroyed half the homes in town. The strongest tornado to hit Mississippi in more than 50 years.
These are the most devastating storms and tornadoes this community has seen since at least 1974.
For 4 days, a storm of biblical scale swept through the region. Nearly 360 tornadoes carved a path of destruction. Textbooks would later refer to it as the 2011 super outbreak.
The huge outbreak of tornadoes in late April 2011 was so bad that it earned a special name, Super Outbreak of 2011. Only once before, April 1974, did an outbreak get named a super outbreak.
Locals barely had time to catch their breath before the dust even settled. Tragedy struck again. On May 22nd, 2011, Joplin faced the costliest tornado in modern U.S. history, touched down, and changed everything.
Every year almost.
How did it happen?
Not as bad as this one,
It
but
started like a postcard spring morning.
and they're out of nowhere,
In
man.
Northeast Joplin, families gathered to celebrate graduation.
Imagine the ones at night. I mean, you just sleeping. You could probably get the sense that, you know, there's a storm coming, but you can't see it.
Laughter in the air, hugs all around, talk of futures just beginning. But there was something hidden, something no one saw unfolding. 190 miles to the west, the sky was starting to stir.
This is the one? Oh,
Meteorologists were on high alert, watching every signal. 1:30 p.m., Tornado Watch number 341 was issued. The probability, 15%. For a town that had heard it all before, such warnings didn't sound like much.
Where's Joplin at?
Nothing new. Just another routine alarm. People were simply exhausted from living in constant survival mode.
Though, or no?
Unfortunately, familiarity dulls our instincts.
Where in Missouri?
Waiting can be a risky habit.
By St. Louis?
4 p.m., a thunderstorm
Google it,
appeared
bro.
on radar. It rapidly intensified into a supercell.
It looks like it's by
Then
St. Louis, bro.
it merged with another, forming a spiraling vortex, thousands of feet tall. Air began to spin like a drill. A mesocyclone locked onto Joplin like a target. 5:09 p.m. The National Weather Service issued a tornado warning for Jasper and Newton counties. The countdown began.
We're in western Joplin, so that's looking to the northwest. As we mentioned before, a high precipitation supercell. So that means you're not going to be able to see a tornado if there in fact is one on the ground. Right now it looks like we just have some reports.
Like if something like that happens,
5:17 p.m.
Now it's going to be
the
crazy,
warning was updated. 28 sirens wailed across the city. Emergency alerts echoed on radio, TV, and weather channels.
People are crazy.
This time, the storm would teach a harsh lesson. Sirens aren't
like,
always heard.
Because they're going to say, well, you live in Florida, what about hurricanes? Okay, right. But like, with hurricanes, you have a lot of time to prepare.
Weeks out.
Inshallah, God willing, you can do what you got to do to be able to, but at least you can prepare. Tornadoes, man, like often there's no time to prepare. They just fucking happen. I mean, what if one spawns on your head,
Especially with windows closed.
Like 20-30 minutes.
The hills and valleys created sound distortion, while rain and hail further masked the threat. A 2012 study, Paul Steimer's, found why the 2011 Joplin tornado had so many fatalities. 10% of residents, up to 5,000 people, were unaware of the warning. Of the 90% who did hear it, 84% took the NWS alert seriously. 77% said they headed to the safest place they could find.
Man, that is looking ugly. And that's the tornado siren. Man, look at that.
Tornado
that's
siren,
not good.
That just makes it like spookier.
I don't hear it. You hear it? I don't hear it.
No, but I just can imagine something like
5:29 p.m. On meteorologists' screens, the Hook echo became crystal clear. Strike was inevitable.
We've got some information on this storm. Let's go ahead and go to the Freeman First Alert Doppler radar.
Oh, it's getting
Galena
more
is
red.
reporting, trained weather spotters in Galena are reporting now sightings of funnel clouds. Caitlin, you were telling me about that just a moment ago.
5:34, the tornado made landfall on Joplin's southwest side.
Public report, meaning that one of their trained spotters hasn't seen it, but there's our tower cam.
That would appear to be a power flash. That could be from a lightning strike, but that is the portion of the storm that we have been concerned with.
Tornado sirens once again.
Tornado sirens once again going off in Joplin. Those are definitely power flashes that we are seeing on the ground.
Oh, baby.
TV networks and phone lines were going down. There was no way to carry calm professionalism anymore, and no need. What they saw was terrifying. In moments, the studio was filled with voices of anxiety and fear.
Take cover.
Yes, please.
Right now.
Please,
I am telling you to take cover.
Take cover right now.
We do have a
Folks,
tornado on the ground.
This is a tornado. Yeah, this is a very dangerous
I got chills
situation.
everywhere, bro.
We cannot stress this enough.
Could you imagine hearing this shit if you live there?
Please take cover.
Yeah.
Then, the broadcast cut out. Darkness begins to swallow the city. 5:37 p.m. Just 3 minutes later, the tornado slammed into St. John's Regional Medical Center. Inside, over 180 patients and medical staff. They had received a warning. They followed the protocol. But time was not on their side.
Hospital that's right here cannot take any patients because the hospital has no power. It was hit very, very hard. You can see nearly every window in the hospital has been damaged. The roof severely damaged. Every vehicle in the parking lot is a total loss. They've taken all their critical care patients to a neighboring hospital, and that hospital cannot take any more patients other than life-threatening injuries.
The tornado ravaged the hospital, knocking out the main power and the backups. 5 patients and 1 visitor died on the spot. More followed in the days ahead. 5:39 p.m., Greenbrier Nursing Home. These would become the most harrowing minutes of a national tragedy, all within the walls of one building. It was a place for those who had already weathered their storms in life. And now, it stood directly in the path of another. Inside, around 90 people, elderly residents, visitors, nurses. The staff reacted quickly to the warning, guiding everyone into the interior hallway. They did everything right. Still, nothing is ever guaranteed. The hum turned to a growl, the growl to a roar. The building trembled
we did
and collapsed.
earthquake once.
21 lives
right,
gone in
California.
seconds.
Yeah,
5:40
we
p.m.
had
tornado
The tornado
drills.
reaches Joplin's downtown core, but the storm was only gathering force, charging toward Joplin High School. Several wings of the school vanished.
Gary.
Surveillance footage caught the moment wind tore through the hallways. Windows exploded, walls caved, ceilings crashed down. Had graduation not been relocated to a university campus miles away, it might have been the funeral of 400 more lives.
Oh my God,
Days later,
bro.
pieces of the school were found over 60 miles from the city.
I just found this happy
60
graduation.
miles away.
I don't know if it's a necklace or what it is, but this tornado happened at the same time that the graduation ceremonies were going on here in Joplin. The graduation ceremonies, thankfully, were not happening at the high school itself because the high school was demolished. So just one situation after another.
man.
There's a story kind of every 5 feet you walk around here.
The nearby Franklin Technology Center, the region's vocational training hub, was also struck. Everyone inside during the impact survived, by some miracle. 5:42 p.m. Nature's blind fury struck the Harmony Heights Baptist Church. Inside, over 50 congregants had taken shelter. But tornadoes recognize no sanctity. They don't stop for reverence or for human fragility. 3 lives were lost.
All right.
Their bodies were found beneath the crumbled roof. One of them was the pastor's mother.
The best mother a man could ever have. The solo that I sang was a special song that she requested that I sing. Just about the end of the solo is when they let us know that we needed to take cover.
As a symbol of faith and resilience, the church was later rebuilt. 5:43 p.m. The tornado achieved peak intensity, winds between 155 and 224 miles per hour. EF5, the highest on the enhanced Fujita scale. For comparison, a Formula One car hits that speed at full throttle, but here, no track, no driver, no finish line, just pure destruction.
That's fucking insane, man.
It's tearing up the entire city on the south side of Joplin right now, and it's a massive tornado doing massive destruction.
The storm
dude,
smashed
like
into
you
the
hear them
Hampshire
fear in their
Terrace
voices,
apartment
it's like-
complex. 12 more lives were taken.
Crazy.
Dozens more changed forever. Then, like a detonation, it hit Rangeline Road, the city's commercial heart. Stores, gas stations, families out for dinner, children holding ice cream cones.
Like, this
Storm
thing can go
chasers
anywhere,
captured
man,
the
you
moment
know?
on
It's hitting
film.
hospitals in downtown.
Schools and shit.
Oh, storm shelter.
Crazy, man. Just sheer dumb luck, man.
What about that Home Depot? Would that be a bad spot, or I don't know? That's all I see. What's mine?
I can tell you where I would.
I just saw that big power flash.
Tell you where I would go to a fucking
through those
tornado.
trees.
The place was
Big power flash.
fucking
Could be lightning too. Could be lightning.
Final destination shit right there,
It's
man.
too. You can see the monster. You can see the wrap. Oh shit. You can see the rain wrapping them. Freaking go, people. Go, just go. Oh no! All right, it's behind them. Oh, good. Good God. This is bad, really bad. Jesus. This is bad. That's a monster, this. Oh, explosion. Oh my God. Power flash. Oh, it is right there.
In mere seconds, AT&T, Walmart, Pizza Hut, and Home Depot were obliterated. There was almost no way to survive in that area.
Well, we
Cars
would've-
were wrapped
hey,
around
we
trees.
definitely wouldn't have
Others
been
were
in Home
hurled into
Depot.
nearby businesses.
I'll tell you
over
that right
200
now.
meters from the parking lot.
guy almost sent them to Home
Metal,
Depot.
twisted like foil. In one car, they later found an empty child's car seat. The driver was never identified.
At Joplin's Home Depot, the search and rescue personnel from Missouri Task Force 1 have not found anyone alive. They've only found bodies.
The storm still craved human fear. 5:46 p.m., East Middle School. Security cameras recorded the roof being ripped into the sky. Windows exploded from inside pressure. Thankfully, the building was empty. 547 Fast Trip gas station. Customers crammed into the walk-in freezer, practically saying their goodbyes. The audio captured from inside is gut-wrenching, full of sorrow, rage, and courage.
I don't know.
Everybody get down. Low on the ground. Yeah, I know.
I think you got a lot to do.
like we're gonna do it.
Did they make it?
The entire building was leveled, but the people inside survived. When they crawled out, the streets that had once raised them were now unrecognizable. What had once been alive with motion and sound was now piles of brick, shredded metal, and the smell of gas in the air.
All right, here's the gas
What do you do? You fucking lock arms, you know? Everybody lock fucking arms and just bite your teeth and just, you know, just
5:48, the tornado slashed across Interstate 44 in its last somber bows.
If it's us, I'm
left cars wrecked
Gary,
and
I
scattered
put
along
my
the
arm
way.
in your arm and I put my
One
arm and I put
eyewitness
your arm
would
and I'm
later
fucking
say
squeezing you guys tight
it
to
looked
me and
like
I'm
a
just
giant dropped its
fucking
fist on the
holding on,
highway.
man, you know?
There was a point
I'm hiding behind
when the
a flick,
disaster exited the city, but
You're flicking on top of you?
not completely, because under the rubble, voices cried for help. People were trapped. The death toll was still unknown. It was far too early to exhale.
God
Hands were needed.
damn, man.
Tent hospitals, doctors, everyone. So the entire city became a volunteer command center. Help poured in from neighboring states, from the north, from the south, with no orders, just human instinct. The tornado outlined a quarter of Joplin on the map. 4,000 families lost their homes and the years of life within them. 3,500 more homes were severely damaged. Over 1,000 people were injured. More than 500 commercial buildings were destroyed. 10 schools,
You ever sleep
2
during the rain,
hospitals,
like, again?
dozens of churches. Total damages? Over $2.8 billion. But no number can account for the price of a life. Familiar voices, forever silenced. 156 chairs sat empty at family tables, and the total wasn't final. The storm kept killing, even after the winds died. In the following days, a new enemy emerged, mucormycosis, a rare fungal infection spread from the drifted soil to open wounds and lungs. 18 cases, 5 more deaths. It took everything Joplin had, but fate did not break the city. It stood back up. Within 3 years, school bells rang again. The hospital reopened. And Mercy Park bloomed where ruins once lay. Only thunder, sleepless nights, old photos on shelves, and quiet memorials kept the pain alive, but so does the memory of quiet heroism. Christopher Lucas, Pizza Hut manager, saved 15 people by leading them into the freezer. He held the door shut from the outside with a belt because it wouldn't lock from the inside. The tornado took him. Everyone else lived.
The only reason we survived is because he held the door shut with a strap.
Dean Wells, an employee of a Home Depot, died holding the door, saving strangers. Literally, holding the door between life and...
On everything I love, I'd hold the door for you boys. I'd hold the door. I'd be freaking the fuck out, man. But I'd be holding that motherfucker, bro. Or either that or we just put inflict in front of it.
And just stop it altogether.
It would be like
And
that
death.
thing in Twister.
Oh,
They hold on to
God.
it at the end.
Could you just imagine having to do that, though? You just would have to. No, there's no thinking in it, man. You just fucking go, you know? Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
He managed to lead dozens of customers into a break room, the only shelter the store had. While
We don't know it like they know it, too. They live in these tornadoes. So I bet you that they all knew it was chopped. We wouldn't know, but
Right.
they would know.
Right.
Because they've
Maybe
probably
one
been in
would
a few
freak out.
tornadoes. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
heading back to help more, he was buried under the rubble of the wall. Don
Brutal, man.
Lansaw shielded his wife in the bathtub. The house turned into splinters. He didn't make it. She did. I felt him cover me,
Oh, Jesus.
and then he didn't move anymore.
What a good man.
That was love, stronger than death. Grace Aquino wrapped her arms around her 11-year-old son as the church walls collapsed. He lived. She didn't. At her funeral, the pastor said, she was a prayer made flesh.
This is
Cheryl
brutal.
Nelson, AT&T
Yeah, that
clerk,
shit's sad, man.
led a family with young children to run for shelter, stood by the door, bracing it shut, until the building gave way.
I mean, literally,
10
heroes,
survived.
real life
She
heroes.
didn't. The tornado took nearly everything, but it couldn't take human dignity. It couldn't take love. Take care of one another. Every storm eventually ends, but the way we hold each other, that remains.
Oh, I thought we were watching like tornado highlights. And this one was brutal, bro.